Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. So Ethereum is currently trying to break above this red trend line there. We talked about it already a few days ago when I highlighted to you that this would be resistant, and it is the one that needs to be overcome really to give us a clean 5-wave move up from the swing low there in September. You know, September down here around the 25th when Ethereum formed the low at around $3,820. You know, this level it marked an oversold reading on the relative strength index, which you're aware of if you followed the videos here. Oversold on that day, on the daily. And this is interesting because it doesn't happen very often. Yeah, and it marked a V-shaped recovery on the price chart pretty much as well, more so here on the RSI. And we're pushing. We're pushing. I'm not really impressed by the price action from that low. Well, that might sound strange given that I'm tracking upside, but it's just not an impulse. Yeah, it just looks like a diagonal structure. But we know that altcoins and also Ethereum sometimes just start to rally from ugly structures. So when the context suggests we could have bottomed from a correction that marked an oversold reading on the daily chart, and we had a nice and clear 3-wave move down into our support area. We're holding trend lines and above moving averages. Then I'm inclined to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, but for formal confirmation, in this case my opinion doesn't matter, for formal confirmation that we have indeed bottomed, we would need a 5-wave move up from the low. We don't really have that yet, which means on one hand, this means that the wave 2 here has likely not started. It also means there is still some room for further upside in wave 1, okay? It's not bearish just by not having 5 waves up. It's not bearish, it just means we can still track for 5 waves up as long as we're holding our micro support. And what is that micro support? Well, let's take a look at the shorter time frame, ETH. It's quite wide, and I said to you, I don't even in any pullback, I don't necessarily expect it to be used fully, but maybe we test the upper section here of our micro support. Now here you see everything in a little bit more detail. The wave count hasn't changed. I just added a little bit more detail. You see how the price is fighting with that trend line. Trend line is currently, well, located pretty much exactly where the price is at the moment, at $4,580. Yeah. We're currently holding around that trend line. And look, it is possible we get a direct breakout. I would then call that probably the 5th wave. Yeah, I marked it in blue. You see that this move up from the swing low on the 25th of September, it is seen as a so-called leading diagonal pattern. So I'm tracking this as a 5-wave move up. And this leading diagonal pattern, it is probably still unfolding. Okay, we don't have 5 waves yet. And that means, because it's a leading diagonal, the subwaves are all 3-wave structures. So the wave 1 was a 3-wave move. The wave 3 was a 3-wave move. And the wave 5 was a 3-wave move up as well. So what does that mean? That means we could have already started the wave 5 if this is an ABC structure. We just need a little bit more upside in wave C. I can add targets for wave C. We'll take the measurement of wave A in blue. We go to the low of the wave B, and that gives us a target for wave C. It's this. So that means, in other words, I want the wave C of 5 to get to $4,656 at least. Yeah, can go higher. That's like kind of my minimum expectation. We're nearly there already. So you see, we're fighting currently with the trend line. We're currently slightly above it, but that doesn't mean it's broken. In the orange count, which is the same scenario, but we are tracking potentially a wider correction. Yeah, we haven't even reached support, I have to say. Yeah, so that's okay. It's bullish. It rather is in line with the idea that we could have bottomed, because the less deep the pullback is, the more bullish. Okay, and Ethereum has over the weekend rather followed a sideways consolidation correction. So it's looking interesting. I think the pressure is still up. A broader wave 4 cannot be ruled out, but at the moment the pressure is still up. So I keep you updated about that. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, feel free to join us on X as well, where you can get additional updates, education, charts and so on. You guys can let us know which charts you want to see here today on X. Some of you already left your requests, so feel free to join us there. Taking some requests on X today. I'll put the link in the description and in the comment section, so feel free to check it out, follow us there, and stay informed about Q4. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.